Please be advised that this video is for the sole purpose of entertainment. Any views are purely my own, are subjective and may not necessarily be true. I do, however, do extensive research for all of my videos. All photos have been found on the public domain. I am using them under the fair use and fair dealing guidelines. I urge everybody to do their own research. Well, hello, it's Murky Meg here. It's Friday the 15th of May, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about the news that Meghan may very well release a tell-all book of her own. Now this is separate to the one that's been done by Omid Scooby and Caroline Dunnan. Apparently they're still not confirming whether or not Harry and Meghan actually cooperated with that book. Still stum, nothing zip. But it seems that one of Meghan's friends has yet again been yapping to the tabloids about her wish to write a tell-all book. Now I've said this before in a couple of the videos. Meghan is a prolific diary keeper, and it was suggested that she had quite a large dossier from this diary on all the things that have been going on or that she perceives would be able to leverage a book deal about the royal family and the life that it contained and that she had within it. And this diary could very well be the base of a tell-all book, which seems to have the royal family's knees knocking a little bit. But quite honestly, what exactly can she tell all about? She wasn't really in the family that long to be able to obtain state secrets or secret affairs or things that the public do not know. I think this is her grandiose of self-importance yet again, thinking, I'm going to destroy the family that wouldn't let me have what I wanted. Remember that never trust a narcissist that's scorned. They will take down their enemy fighting with all their might and their claws will be out. I think this is just pure damage control and saying, well, you wouldn't give me what you wanted, so therefore I'm going to spill the beans. We all know that Meghan would sing like a canary for the right price. I don't say that lightly because she's using her friends to do exactly that. She doesn't want to be seen to be talking to the media because it very well may break the delicate balance that has been agreed with the Mexit plans. You know, they're going to have this 12-month period of deciding whether or not it's working for both parties. So if she's seen to be manipulating the media, then this very well could upset all of that and have everything pulled. I personally think they should have everything pulled. Anyway, I don't think that they should be allowed to have their titles because they are benefiting from them. Irrelevant of what people are saying, that it's their rights. Harry is by rights a prince and that will always remain that. But Meghan is a duchess only by marriage. So I don't think that if they do things that shade the royal family or to put the royal family in a negative light and it comes down to them and what they are doing, Harry and Meghan, I don't think that they should be able to have those titles, let alone use them. I'm a bit undecided about where this particular article sits in which camp, because Meghan and Harry are using Sunshine Stacks. I can confirm that. I've had it confirmed myself through a reputable source that's been talking to me. They are using Sunshine Stacks still, be it in a slightly different way, and I'll talk about that in a few moments. Now, whether or not she is going to do a tell-all book from the diaries that she has been keeping is by the by. I believe this is a threat puff piece. By that I mean that they are going to, I think this has come from Meghan's camp, and it's almost like a warning shot towards the royal family. Their behaviour has been extremely questionable over the last couple of months, and with the hypocrisy of them living in that huge mansion, flying from Vancouver or wherever they flew from, because they are literally liars at the moment. We know that they weren't in Canada when they say they were in LA, because the videos were there as proof with Harry on whatever Zoom call he was on. Now, because Harry is so adamant with regards to the Travelist incentive, he has put himself squarely in the hypocrisy box. Quite frankly, you cannot jet all over the world in private aircrafts and then state that you want to be environmentally friendly, and we all should do the same. You could have quite easily got a plane from Vancouver to America without having to use a private jet. This wasn't just a private jet though, it was almost a normal sized plane. Of course, it was Tyler Perry's that they used the privilege. They are the king and queen of moochers, aren't they? Do they ever pay their own way? Speaking of books, I am in talks with a publisher of the lady Colin Campbell's book at the moment, and I'm trying to obtain a pre-release copy of the book. I think that this particular book will be a fascinating read. Now, Lady C has been one of Meghan's most staunch critics, and she is releasing a book which is due out on the 25th of June. You can pre-order it. I have asked the publisher when it will be available to pre-order in the States as well, and when I get an answer, I will put that on all my socials. I do actually want to make it very clear I'm not getting paid to promote this book at all. I think that this will be a very balanced book to read because that's what it says. It says a balanced account of game changes, conflicts and ambitions. I have actually heard from the publisher who have said that Sunshine Sachs is trying to discredit Lady C, that makes this book look bad. I think that is dirty tactics, and I think that is just trying to shut down the critics, and it's not on. What I'm hoping to do is when the book is released properly, I will probably run a competition for you guys to win a book courtesy of me. I think that this book could be a real insight into the Meghan and Harry palaver and debacle. I personally can't wait to read it. Now, yesterday something extremely weird happened. There seems to be articles all over the internet that Prince Harry and Meghan crashed Zoom call of mental health charity to lift their lockdown spirits and make their first joint appearance since moving into Tyler Perry's $18 million mansion. Apparently they gate crashed the call with members of staff from the crisis text line. And here is a problem that I've come across. Prior to this particular Zoom call being all over the media, when it said that it was for a mental health crisis team, they have reported that it was a team meeting, a staff meeting, joint discussion with the Association of Teachers and Lecturers via a video call. Then people are saying that the guy that is pictured in the photo has actually had his name trademarked. Now, this guy is called Ricky Neal and he works for Crisis Text Line in Atlanta. Tyler Perry has huge connections in Atlanta. This is all linked. They are using their connections to try and springboard themselves into being healthcare professionals when they have no training whatsoever. And this dude called Ricky Neal has actually gone private on Twitter and Instagram. And that to me screams of a weird situation. Why, if he wanted publicity, and he obviously did, or was made to put out that picture of him zooming with Harry and Meghan on social media, why has he all of a sudden gone dark? What on earth is going on? And the original post that he put up showing the picture of him and Harry and Meghan on the Zoom call has now been deleted, which I find extremely weird. Was it a staff meeting, or was it to help out the mental health charity with some of the people that they help? That's what we are led to believe, that they are assisting and they are taking more of a role of mental health guidance / consultants. There is no such thing if you haven't got the qualifications. So I want to know, which one was it? Why was this story changed? Why run it that it was a staff meeting for teachers and lecturers and then change it for a mental health crisis meeting or a team or whatever it might be? Things are not adding up and things seem ungenuine right now. And this to me makes it look like it is a huge PR exercise. Oh, that's not working. We didn't really want it to be regarding the teachers and lecturers. Let's say it was for the mental health crisis. Which was it? I find this extremely weird because William and Kate have been doing this for a long time during the lockdown, and this is the first time we've seen Harry and Meghan together for a while. Yes, we had the paparazzi pictures of them delivering the Project Angel foods, but this picture's really, really weird and I can't put my finger on it. They almost look like they've just woken up from a snooze, because although it's very hard to get a indication because it's just a still photograph and it's not a video and moving, it just looks so weird, and quite frankly it looks quite thirsty. So for me, I believe that this is a hell of a PR puff piece. It's something that they've been told to do, probably. Do this and we can get your name in the paper. Great, wonderful. You look like you're doing really solid work during the lockdown. No, you sodded off and you left your country for money. That's all that we will remember you for. I just don't get why these two are mental health experts all of a sudden. Come on, they're sofa surfing at the moment. They have no job. They have no house. She's taken him away from the family that he adored. Granted, he probably wanted out for a very long time, but he still wanted to do his duty. Who takes mental advice from these two? They're simply unemployed moochers that are going from house to house from their rich friends. There's only so many people that you can kind of mooch off, isn't there, before people start wondering, what am I getting back? I was made aware of a very intriguing post from Tumblr. Now, it was found on Master Harry and Rachel's blog, and it goes to say that I have a cousin in show business and is very famous in her own right, and she rubs elbows with the best of them, is friends with a lot of A-listers. She herself lives in a beautiful mansion in Hidden Hills, plus is good friends with Chris. I assume that means Jenna. She attends all the award shows and has presented at the shows also, and attends many parties and gatherings with the Hollywood elite. With that said, MM is the talk of Tinseltown as a complete joke. None of them can stomach her and feel that only Prince Harry is within their caliber. They all feel that Prince Harry is a royal celebrity, but they will not have anything to do with him now like they had in the past because of Meghan. She told me Meghan has been blacklisted within the industry with all the studios, agents, PR firms other than the one that she has now. But she's not represented by that firm, but only by one of its owners of that firm, which is Sunshine Sachs. They say in Hollywood she will never be invited to any function in Hollywood, and no one wants to be associated with her nor Harry right now, as long as he is with her. So that's the word from Hollywood. I can't say who my cousin is because she'll kill me. But she's been in tons of movies and just recently on a streaming sitcom with a few other extremely famous ladies. Enough said there, but she hears all the gossip among the most famous stars, and she's about my age and an extremely well-seasoned actress. Her mother is my mother's sister, and she has been in the industry since she was a young girl. It would blow your mind if I told you who she is, but like I said, she'd be pretty mad if I ousted her. So, that's the latest from Lalala. First of all, this is just purely put on a Tumblr blog, so we always have to say that this isn't stated as fact. This could be completely somebody yanking somebody's chain, but I do have a tendency to believe this one because Hollywood is a thick-set place. They are very tight-knit, and once you've made it, you've made it. But if you take one step wrong, you are quite shunned a little bit. It is fickle as well. If they see that she is completely taking people for advantage because of her titles and who she is, she will kind of get blacklisted. Yes, because these people in Hollywood have worked to make it where they are. She just simply married into that. And I think that they will be looking down quite severely from their ivory towers at her thinking, you only married in, didn't you, love? We really made it. You're not properly A-list yet. Prove your worth and maybe that will change. But right now it seems that Hollywood is having nothing to do with her, except the people that probably are represented by Sunshine Sachs, like Jennifer Gardner. She is also represented by the same PR firm. But where are all her sycophantic friends that were previously spouting to the media for them to be left alone? That it's unfair. Where's George Clooney in all this? Where's Oprah in all this? Where's Jamila Jamil? She was spouting quite a lot of nonsense with regards to Meghan Markle. We've also had Ellen. Can you remember when she was in England? She said that she met Archie with all that beautiful red hair. Well, he hasn't got red hair, so she was completely lying, wasn't she? We've had Serena, joking or not joking, say, Meghan Markle who? I don't know anybody by that name. And of course there's Hillary Clinton, but she's a bit busy right now, so she's only kind of focusing on herself. Well, no change there. Pink has also come out previously and said leave them alone, as is good old Elton John. Where are they now? Have they been told to keep quiet because of the court case, or do you think they've had enough of them? They've kind of made their own beds and they're letting them sleep in it. Do you think that this post was genuine? Do you think that they have really been blackballed by the majority of the Hollywood A-listers and they will not work. I think only time will tell, because Disney picked her up, but they also were quoted by saying Meghan needs Disney more than Disney needs Meghan, and that in itself is some humongous shade. If she did a decent job, she would have already got several other deals already locked down and in the pipeline. That did not happen. There's also whispers that she's quite angry that a part that she wanted has gone to another actress. Now, that part is for the Catwoman movie that is upcoming. Now, Zoe Kravitz has got that role, and she's well suited to it too. Do you think that's ruffled some feathers? Do you think that this is the first sign that she might get a few jobs? You know, people that feel a little bit sorry for them, but there will never be any Hollywood big blockbuster movies for her. I mean, let's face it, there really never was, because she's never been a lead role in any movie that wasn't straight to DVD or for Hallmark. So, do you think that Hollywood is in the process of blackballing Harry and Meghan? Do you think they will work in Hollywood? Do you think that they will be weary of an interest into the elite and thinking, oh, what's their story then? Let's see what we can do with these two. Or do you think that they will have nothing to do with the majority of Hollywood? What do you think of the rumour that Meghan is thinking of releasing a tell-all book with the diary that she has been keeping? Again, this rumour's gone round, I think, about a year and a half ago that this was going to happen. But the timing could very well be right for this now. She couldn't do that because previously she was part of the royal family as a working royal family member. Now she's not, she's slightly freer. But they did say that they would never do anything that compromised their position and hurt the Queen. Which is why I think Omid Scooby is staying completely tight-lipped on whether or not Harry and Meghan actually played any part in his book. Because if it's damaging towards the family, then they are not culpable, are they? Omid Scooby is. What do you think of the very strange Zoom call with the mental health charity? Should these two Harkles be preaching to anybody with mental health issues, because it's the sheer hypocrisy of it and irony of it too? I think they actually need quite a little bit of mental health help too. As always, I would love to know your thoughts. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell and also that like button. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of my followers for all the tips and all the emails, DMs that everybody sends to me. It really is greatly appreciated. So thank you very much for watching once again.